dear learners and my dear students, I am again present before you and I welcome all of you with Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I think all of you are well and healthy condition right now. Now, I will start now the most important part of learning spoken English. In my last class, I have already told you that in my next class I will discuss the formation of interrogative sentence, and you know that interrogative sentence is most important, most vital in speaking course, and right now we are going to that syllabus, into that topics, that is how to format interrogative sentences. Now everybody go to the board right now. You know, question formations. Question mainly are two types. Listen carefully, my dear learners. Don't go here and there. Just listen carefully what I am saying to you. And if you have any problems, you can comment me later. Now, thank you. Question formations. Question mainly are two types. One yes/no type questions, and another is WH type questions. What is that? Yes/no type question. Why are they called yes/no type question? Because when you will answer these questions, you can answer those questions only nodding your heads. Suppose, are you ready? You may say yes or no. So you can answer such kind of sentence by nodding your heads. But go to the other parts, WH type questions. You cannot answer those kind of sentences by nodding your heads. You will have to give some informations. Do you understand what I am saying? Thank you, my dear learners. So, if someone will ask you, where do you live? Suppose your friends or any unknown persons asking you, where do you live? What will you say? You cannot answer by nodding your head. You'll have to give some informations. I live at Sikpara or any other place. You can name that place. So that's why question are of two types: yes/no type question and WH type questions. Now, yes/no type questions are of four kinds. What are they? They are be verb. They start with be verb, have verb, do verb and modal verbs. Listen carefully. Be verb, have verb, do verb and modal verbs. You can also take screenshots, which I have written here on the board right now. And there are 9 WH words which you should remember. What are they? What, where, who, whom, which, why, what, how. I will explain to you, I promise you, I will explain every WH, every part which I have written here very clearly and brightly. Don't be in tensions, okay? I assure you, there will be no problem. You can easily understand, you can easily learn how to speak English, and there will be no obstacles. I have already told you, there will be no hesitations, there will be no shyness in your minds. You will freely, you will completely and freely learn how to speak English. Now, come to the points. Yes/no type questions. Whenever you will go yes/no type questions, yes/no type questions begins with these words. I have already told you: be verb, have verb, do verb and modal verbs. These kind of parts are also called auxiliaries. Auxiliaries means the verbs which helps the main verbs to complete its meaning. It's called auxiliary. These kind of verbs help the main verb. It is also called helping verb. So go to the next diagram. I have already written here. Auxiliaries are of two kinds. One is primary auxiliaries and second is modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries are of three kinds. What are they? They are be verbs. Be verb means be verb are of three forms. Present form, that means am, is, are. Past form, was, were. future form, shall be will be, and there will also be being, being, immediate there. Then we'll go to have verb. Have verb have also three formations: present form, past form, and future form. Present form have and has, past form had, and future form shall have, will have. In passive form had been also be used. And another kinds, that is do verbs. Do verbs is very vital for the formation of interrogative sentence. What are they? They are do, does, did. Okay? Hello listeners, can you understand what I am saying? Okay, thank you. Now, go to modal verbs. Modal verb is also very important in speaking course. There, whenever you will talk to other person, whenever you will keep modesty to your near and dear ones, and whenever you will keep the balance in speaking, you should use modal verbs. So modal verb is very vital and very significant whenever you will start to speak English term. Okay? Thank you. Modal verbs are in total 13. First 10 modal verbs are called main modals. And the last 3 modal verbs which I have written here, you can watch very easily if you look at my whiteboard here. First 10 modal verbs: shall, should, shall present form, should past form. There are different kind of uses and different kind of characteristics of using these kind of verbs. I will discuss this later. Don't be in tension, please. Another format: will, would, can, could, may, might, must, and ought to. These 10 modal verbs are main modals, and semi-modals are there used to and need. Why are they called semi-modals? Because they sometimes use as main verbs, and they sometimes use as auxiliary verb, and that's why they are called semi-modals. So dear listeners, in total we get 13 modal verbs. Now I will start from be verb. Firstly, you have to know the definition of be verb. What is be verb? If some of your friends may ask you what is be verb, what is the definition of be verb, what will you say to them? You should remember my talks. You should remember to them that you should say to them that be verb are those verbs which describes the condition of the subject. Subject may be man, subject may be animal. That's no factor. That's no matter to you. The verbs which describes the condition of the subject is called be verb. Can you understand what I am saying? Thank you. And be verb is very important to describe the condition of any kind of subjects, and it is very vital and a very easy process in speaking course, in answering any questions. Be verb is often used. So be verb has 3 forms, that is present form, past form, and future form. And present form is am, is, are. You know that. So how will we learn? Am means in Bengali hoy, is means in Bengali hoy, and are means in Bengali hoy. So 3 verbs cannot be used in one place. So there is a certain rule, and the rules must be maintained by you. That the rule is number and person rules, and I will show you in my next videos. I am just showing you the classifications of question formations and auxiliaries, and inshallah ta'ala I will show you how to use be verbs very correctly and very carefully. You can easily understand that if I will show you a diagram which is very interesting to you. Thank you everybody. Thank you so much for listening my lecture and liking my videos. Thank you everybody.